All right, let's get started. 3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, welcome to KBMOD Podcast episode 205. Today is September 13th, 2015, and we've got a full crew tonight. We've got myself, Hexadecimal, your host. We've got Nick Fenn at NFen. We've got Linz Washburn at LinzBot. Put an underscore at the end or she'll kill you. We've got Steve from Monoprice at Steve_OMG on Twitter. We've got Mark, aka Nikon Punch, at Nikon Punch on Twitter. And unfortunately, Tim is here.
Hello!
Boo! Boo!
Who?
If I could throw like an apple at you, I would right now.
See,
or a tomato.
A rotten one.
A tomato.
You leave it out in the sun for a day or two to get nice and squishy.
We can't make the Who joke anymore, though. I saw Tim at PAX. He knows the community better than just about anyone.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Like, basically, the only person that gives a shit about our community is Tim. So sorry for everyone in the community about that. We're going to start the podcast out a little different this week. We have Steve from Monoprice, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about the Rocket League tournament we've got going on next Sunday with Fractal Design and some streamers and some hardware people in the industry. So, Steve, I'm just going to let you take it away. Just give us the rundown on this.
Right on, John. Thank you so much. So yeah, basically what started out as a quick conversation between myself and Bob and kind of threw some ideas in the air. I was working with Josh from Fractal Design, and we were looking at maybe a different way to approach an Extra Life tournament. And in fact, it's not exactly unique in the sense of some of the things that we're doing, but at least one is, and that is the fact that we're doing it with KBMOD, and it's around Rocket League. So the idea is basically to have a like celebrity-style tournament, sort of invitational that we have going for everyone, where we're going to reach out to people, and we have reached out to some. And John, you're actually helping me do a little bit more of that too. Thank you very much for that, sir.
Yep.
But the idea is to basically bring together celebrities to kind of play a little bit of Rocket League and then have some announcers to announce on it. And all that's going to be hosted on KBMOD on the 20th, starting at 10 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time, and Eastern, that'd be 1 p.m. EDT.
You mean 10 a.m.?
10 a.m. Did I say p.m.?
You did, yeah. I was like 10
You'd be
p.m.
off
on
by
a
12
Sunday.
hours.
We do something called a podcast during that, so we're going to have to maybe fix that time.
Cool. Thank you very much. So yeah, so basically 10 a.m. Pacific time, and then it'd be 1 p.m. Eastern time. So yes, we have a lot of actual. Let me get through some of the minutia real quick. I've got a couple notes here. Essentially, what we're going to do is try to procure some of this stream and basically produce it on site. So we're going to have people actually streaming into us. We're going to set up a nice little studio where we're going to be filming both announcers, kind of commentating on everything and sort of shoutcasting as we go along. The idea is that we're actually starting out with a $1,000 pool for the first, second, and third place winners. That money is actually all donated to Extra Life because this is actually an Extra Life event. And anybody out there who wants to get involved, just hit up John or myself. You can do that via Twitter. We're looking for people who are obviously well known in either the hardware industry or gamers or streamers. It is only a week away, so it's very limited in terms of how much room we actually have. But if you're really interested, you want to hit us up, definitely do that. Essentially, the reason why it's a little different than a standard tournament is that you as viewers will be able to donate to the tournament pool. So first place is getting 50% of the total pool, second place getting 30%, and third place getting 20%. What does that mean right now? Essentially, I'm starting out by donating $1,000 straight up to the pool, and first place will get $500, second $300, and third place will be $200. But you guys can actually up the ante for everybody by donating also. Essentially, we'll get all the information for that before we actually go live on the stream. You'll see everything in the chat. But bottom line is, you guys can both donate to the people that you see on the stream directly and their Extra Life charity, or you could donate to the pool and allow everybody else to sort of fight for your money, so to speak.
Cool. So that's next Sunday. We're going to see how many people we can get involved with it. Steve has some people in mind. I've got some people in mind. So we'll probably spend this week together reaching out to some of those people and seeing if they're interested. And you guys can tune in next Sunday at 10 a.m. on the East Coast. Or no, wait. Is it which
10 a.m. Pacific.
10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And
the side of the country that matters.
Oh.
So we'll do some Rocket League. We'll raise some money for a great cause, and then we'll go from there. Was there anything else you wanted to say about it, Steve, or anything else you wanted to promo?
I think right now that's what we want to say about it. We definitely will have more information to come, but ultimately, if you're just there at KBMOD's Twitch channel at 10 a.m. Pacific, you're going to see everything. So show up.
yeah, we're looking forward to doing it. We're super excited to do Rocket League. The community here loves Rocket League, and we're big proponents of Extra Life. So I know you have a ton of stuff to do because you're super busy at all times. So I'm going to let you go, but thank you so much for hopping on and just giving us the full rundown on the tournament, and we look forward to seeing you next Sunday.
Definitely. Thank you guys also for letting me jump on, and I hope all of you guys have a great podcast.
Yeah, thanks a lot,
Worries.
Steve. We'll see you soon.
Bye, Steve.
Bye, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
All right, well, now he's gone, so we can do a real shit.
Street. Bye, Steve.
Just kick him out.
Bye, Steve. Hope you find your dad.
All right, so let's move on to what have we been doing and what have we been playing this month. Nick,
I'm eating hummus.
Let's start with you this week, since you're eating hummus. Like, what are you
Hummus.
nut to?
What flavor is it?
Garlic.
Garlic
Classic.
hummus?
I played Minecraft. Sick, bro.
Nice.
I also played Trials.
Damn.
And that
Trials?
was both for work. Yeah, Trials of Fusion. Whatever the newest one is.
How was that?
How is it?
It's Trials. I
Can you
think
play
I prefer.
multiplayer yet?
Yeah, it finally got added like a couple months ago, thankfully. Yeah, that's fun. 'Cause it's just Trials. The extreme ones seem like extra hard, or I'm just like worse at the game. But
They're extreme.
yeah, they're very extreme. That's
Anything
pretty much all I played this week.
cool?
Nice.
Anything besides playing games? Did you do anything else that you can talk about on a podcast?
I smoked some PCP,
Okay, great. Just a
and
solid
then
week.
I punched a brick wall for 5 hours.
What's the phone number for LAPD?
I think it's 911.
Yeah, I think that's basically what it is. All right, Linz, you built a computer this week.
I did.
What
I
else
built-
did you do besides build a computer?
I don't remember. I'm pretty much drunk every night. I'm drunk right now. No, I built my computer. I early on in this week, I just got back from Arizona. I went and saw my family and met my nephew. He's like 2 months old. Really,
Yeah, I saw those pictures. They're cute as
really
hell.
kind of. He's like okay, cute, but he'll get there, I think, eventually. So I just spent time with my family, and then like literally the day that I got back, I think I did this computer, maybe the day after. And since then, I've just been dealing with all the fun technical problems.
All the little things that pop up after you build a PC the first time around.
Everything's like, hey, you need to do this. I'm like, oh my gosh.
What about
So-
what are you playing on this new system?
So far, I've done a lot of Rocket League. I think that I play a lot of Rocket League. And just started getting back into H1Z1 Battle Royales.
Nice.
So we were streaming some of those. And then just doing a little bit more CS. Or
Yeah, I saw you
CS:GO.
grinded on that.
Cool.
Yeah, we were doing that yesterday.
More like CS no.
CS. No.
Sure.
I mean, it's not Destiny or anything, but
Oh yeah, I did play a little bit of that.
Oh,
Still
God.
garbage.
Destiny.
you were so
I think-
excited about the expansion at PAX.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend $60 on that fucking expansion too. So I'm a terrible person.
You know
Well,
what else I
It's $40, but it's $20 for you can get some extra cosmetic stuff.
Oh, nice.
Well, you gotta get
I
all the
played
skins.
one of the first games that I played to test out whether or not, my new PC could handle it was Life on Tabletop Simulator.
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 I'm
We
gonna
played some
simulate.
Life on Tabletop
simulator.
Simulator.
That's pretty intensive. Can your
I
new,
know. I was
Haswell
like,
E
can
system
my
build-
computer
Yeah,
handle the game of Life?
yeah.
What kind of frames you get?
Like 12.
Oh, man. Yeah, I was like
24.
12. It was stuttering.
She just
The
wants it to be
PC
as
can
cinematic as
handle
possible.
Life. I can't, but the PC can. It's doing great. It's doing
He
great.
said it was handling like 30, but when he spun the wheel, it dipped down to like 12.
I know. You gotta get it.
Those wheel physics are just intense.
All
But anyway,
right.
so whenever I built this computer, I streamed the whole thing on my channel. And I was really nervous about it because I was like, man, people are going to come in here. They're going to yell at me about this. They're going to yell at me about that.
No,
And
what's
I was
your stream?
streaming the whole thing from a MacBook Pro because that's the only other thing that I have. So I just have this PC, which is like crazy now. There's a lot of really good shit in there. And then like my little MacBook Pro. So I was streaming it from the MacBook Pro and it was stuttering. And at one point, because it was so terrible on there, the stream was delayed for like 3 whole minutes.
Jesus.
And that was the craziest lag I've ever seen. And the reason that was such an issue is because at one point I was putting something into the computer and I like forgot to do something else, something minor, but So for 3 minutes, my chat is just like, oh my God, Lindsay, don't forget to do this. And it was just spamming for like 3 minutes. Everybody was so upset. And I was like, guys, I didn't do it yet. I mean, I've just been sitting here for 3 minutes because I don't know what to do next because you guys are yelling at me. It was crazy. But eventually it caught up. I restarted it and everything's fine. It's working.
Cool. Good. Mark, what about you? What have you been playing and doing this week? You're playing the move-in game, right?
Yeah, so we're moved into the new house. I'm now officially in my new home in Pittsburgh. And we spent a lot of money at IKEA and Lowe's and IKEA and Lowe's and more Lowe's. And I've spent enough money to buy a 980 Ti just in paint.
Jeez.
I base all my
Depot
purchases
action
by computer hardware.
Why are you painting your house in gold is the question. Like, paint is cheap as shit. How much paint are you doing?
We're painting the entire inside.
All right, well, that's fair then.
So every single room. But actually, that we've painted the family room and it looks really nice. We got some furniture, and that got delivered yesterday, and it's been fun. It's kind of because it's like if you ever move into a house, at first it's like it feels like you're house sitting kind of. It's like it's not my house. It's like I'm in someone else's house. But when you get to paint it and customize it and make it your own, especially when you don't have any of your furniture because it's in a pod that's getting delivered, and you're literally sleeping on the floor for like a week, it doesn't feel like your house. But now it kind of does. So that's been fun. And I've jumped back on to Rocket League a bunch now that I got my PC here and my setup going. So
Cool, we're going to tap you and Lindsay to do that tournament next weekend.
yeah,
I'll do any tournament. I'm really great.
I'm terrible at it. You and Yaffa can do it. It'll be good.
no, make Choder play. He's actually good.
Totally.
Yeah,
do
Chaz
it.
is actually good at Rocket League.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Timmy, what about you? What have you been up to?
Just that work life. As far as games, Metal Gear Solid 5 is really all it is.
I played that too.
I want to buy that.
The game is good. AJ put his review out. I agree with him fully so far for what I played the game. So,
So have you played a bunch of the other Metal Gear games? Are you like an AJ where it's like, I know everything about this franchise forever? Or is it just like, I picked up 5 because it seems cool and new?
no, I played all of them. I didn't, halfway through Peace Walker, the one right before this one, but overall, I have played all of them. I know the story, I know the franchise, and it doesn't feel like a Metal Gear game, is really what it is. But it's still a fun game in its own right, but it's just not a Metal Gear Solid game, unfortunately. So I played that. I've played some 20XX, that Mega Man / roguelike game.
Yeah.
Because you got me a code, and that game is super tough, but super fun at the same time.
It like draws you back in though. You screw up a run and it's just like I could do better next time.
It does. It's got enough content to it right now as well. Like it's only in alpha still, but it's got enough to where I'm still finding new things about it, and it makes me want to keep playing it and get better at it. And I suck at platformers though, so it's kind of one of those things where I'm already at a handicap in that, right? But it's all right. And then I've been playing that Osu. I don't know how to pronounce the game. It's that clicking rhythm game that is all the rage for all the weeboos out there. Yeah.
Weeboos.
It's actually a lot of fun. I love rhythm games, and I've been getting into it a little bit more this past week. And
Really bad.
I'm still terrible, but it's fun. It's fun. There's a lot of colors and shit going on. So
As long as you're having fun, who gives
There's
it?
so many colors going on, man. I love
I
it.
love the colors. Nick would love it. I'm just
Bro,
saying.
the fucking visuals, so sick, so fucking
Yes.
strong, dude.
But that's about it. I don't think I've played anything else.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. What have I played this week? I've played basically nothing other than the work game. I just basically play 2D platformers all the time. I played a bunch more Ollie Ollie because that's all I play. I actually played Chasm on my HTPC today because I was bored and wanted to see how well it would run on something that was much less powerful than my system, and it runs really well. Chasm is going to be a really solid game, especially if you like Metroidvania style stuff. Did I play anything that was not just like a 2D platformer? No, I didn't. I didn't really do much of anything this week. We went bowling tonight. We went and checked out the the Extra Life venue.
That was fun. Yeah.
So
Is it? We haven't announced it.
No,
though,
we
right?
haven't. We're not going to on this podcast. We're going to tease everybody. We got a venue this year that's awesome, and we're really excited about what's going to come for Extra Life.
It has air conditioning.
It has
That's
air
all that needs to
I
be.
can't wait for Chuck E. Cheese to make an appearance.
God damn it, Nick! You just gave it away.
Dude, I'll be in the arcade the entire
Yeah,
time.
just wait until the lights go and
Skee-ball.
everyone leaves and they start coming to life. You gotta be checking those cameras.
5 nights at Chuck E.'s.
Yeah, that's our
Hi,
Extra
Frank.
Life event this year is just a Five Nights at Freddy's cosplay for 3 straight
It's
days.
gonna be amazing. Though.
Wait, we're doing a 5 Nights at Freddy's LARP? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're LARPing Five Nights at Freddy's this year, just specifically for Extra
I
Life.
want to be Freddy.
All right, so that's pretty much it for what we're doing and playing. And Lynn's built a machine. We talked about that, and it works because she's podcasting with us. Let's do a little bit of news. I don't know. Did you guys get a chance to look through the news docs or see anything this week? Because I've got like 5 links here. The first one being Epic released $3 million in assets for Unreal 4 devs for free this week. It's all stuff from Infinity Blade, but if you're an Unreal 4 dev or someone that's just, enjoys playing with their engine, that's a lot of stuff. That's like a ton of free shit to get. Just, hey, go make a game with our free aspects.
I mean, I've played around with Unreal 4 a little bit. There was a little bit where I was trying to learn how to actually do some game dev stuff, and then real life got in the way, and I had to decide between that and video games in my free time, and I chose video games because game dev is hard. But the little bit I did play with, they give you a lot of tools and a lot of free stuff, and if they've added more, I haven't looked at this, but they definitely
600.
they are definitely going here's what you need to make a game. Now go make it.
Right.
It's like, and I think who else is doing that? The other game engine that made it free recently. I can't think. I don't think I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's move on from that. But
Yeah, if you...
Which engine is that?
I'll actually link the article here in chat, but if you take a look at it, this is everything from here's what you need to build a world, here's what you need to skin a character, here's everything. Like, go and build a game off of all the stuff that we would have normally made you pay for. So if you're somebody that wants to tinker around with dev tools, check out the Unreal 4 engine and the Infinity Blade assets that they released this week.
and if you download it too, you can also download Unreal Tournament and play it through that same launcher too. So it's a nice little surprise. You're like, hey, I want to mess around with Unreal 4, and then it's like, oh, Unreal Tournament. I'm going to do this instead.
Yeah, it's definitely something that is. I'm not great at messing with game engines, but the Unreal Engine and Unreal Editor is the only one I've ever been able to make something viable out of. Like when UE3 was the big thing, you could fire up UT 2K4's editor, and I could make a level in about an hour that was actually functional and playable. So if you just want to get into game dev or just start tinkering with mods or design, Unreal 4 is the best place to get started, in my opinion.
And it looks really good. Unreal 4 is definitely pushing like how games look, I think.
It does. K9 puts it best. It's photorealism now is really what it is.
Yeah, it really is.
That's not a bad thing.
The first time I loaded up Arc, which, say what you want about Arc, early access, blah, 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 whatever. I loaded it up and I had everything turn up to like ultra. And it starts off whenever you spawn, like you look at your hand or whatever and like look around, and then it throws you in the game. I thought I was in a pre-rendered sequence, and then I started moving around. I'm like, oh, this is just how the game looks. It looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That is one game I'm really excited to like try now that I've got all this new stuff in my computer.
Yeah, you've got a hell of a rig. You might actually be able to run Arc at a reasonable frame rate, which is why I haven't played any more of it.
Well, they've improved it a lot too.
They did.
Like, back up then.
But anyway, no, Unreal 4, it's going to be
sick engine is.
What's
damn
that?
it.
I make all my games on Disney Infinity toy box mode.
Not Mario Maker?
I've released 5 AAA titles so far, based solely off of Disney Infinity.
Wait, did you develop the new COD in Disney Infinity?
I did. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, all in Disney Infinity toy box.
That's why it feels a little different. Definitely feels a little different than the last one.
I thought I noticed Snoopy in the background on one of those maps.
Lindsay, what GPU do you have in there? Do you have the TI or just the 980?
No, just a GTX 980.
Oh.
I had that in there before. It's just that I had an i5, and so I upgraded to an i7.
Yeah, Haswell i7. Like you're at hex core now. That's crazy fast.
Man, I got
Shout out to Scuba Steve.
Lady boners.
No, Scuba Steve, he's like a regular in my stream and in a lot of streams of like my friends and stuff too. And he donated a lot of the parts, and not just like to me. He donates like crazy parts and money to a lot of streamers. It's crazy in a good way.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So in addition to that, some new Battlefront footage has leaked. About 10 minutes of gameplay footage from the upcoming Star Wars Battlefront game from EA has come out, and just from watching it, the heavy blaster looks overpowered as fuck. This guy is just basically on a ridge watching the enemy move in and just from ridiculous distances blowing people away. There were a couple points where he actually managed to die, and they showed the scoreboard and was like, I'm 38-11 with a heavy blaster from a mile out. So it looks like it might need a little bit of balance, but it was still really cool to get a chance to see the Hoth map, especially shown off, because a lot of people are excited about that. I
hadn't had a chance to see Battlefront gameplay, because normally when it gets leaked, it's taken down right away by the time I go to watch it. And I'm sold on the game fully now, just by watching that 10 minutes. Just the movement looks really good in that game. Obviously, it's third person, and that heavy blaster does look overpowered, but it just visually looks good, and it looks like it could be a lot of fun. So
the entire game is third person. There's no first person.
You can
I think
toggle
with
between the
the
two.
snipers, it's first person.
So are there quick scopes?
There aren't 360 quick scopes, but just regular.
I mean, the follow-up is ladder stalls.
I swear to God.
Nick is already annoyed.
Quick scope.
It looks like a Battlefront game, though. I think that, for me personally, having enjoyed the last two, I was a little afraid it was going to be like, hey, this is just BF4 with a Star Wars skin.
Does it look like a Battlefront game?
To me, it looks more like a Battlefront game than I expected it. Like, I don't...
Sure.
It's not going to be... It's not Battlefront 2, obviously, but it looks like the next possible evolution of a Battlefront game. Like, still third person, still really familiar. Like, the movement looks really familiar.
It's like a faintly similar silhouette
it
of Battlefront, but, I mean, it's...
Probably just because it's on the engine. I mean, that's the only thing I could really take a resemblance from, is that it looks like Battlefield because it's on Frostbite.
Yeah,
it looks good.
If I can't play as Count Dooku, I'm going to be pissed. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure that's already confirmed to not happen because there's no Clone Wars stuff.
I mean, the last game in this franchise is literally 10 years old, so it's going to look and feel a little different. Like, it came out on November 1st, 2005 for Battlefront 2. At least according to Steam's page. So a decade of time between two games is going to make it feel and look at least a little different. But it looks close enough to me to look like it could be fun.
Are they going to release it on Nintendo 64?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So dust those off. Oh my god, I can't imagine playing a modern shooter on that controller. That sounds like absolute torture.
No, it looks good though. I was just taking a look at it. I don't know if I'll buy it though, because I don't have any faith in EA.
I'm probably not going to buy it right away and just see what people say.
I'm sure it'll be great a year after it's out, because then they'll actually fix it. But until then, no thanks.
Yeah, I kind of
my faith is that they've taken their lessons from the Battlefield 4 servers and will not have those issues with this game. That's my faith. But then,
remember when we thought that about Battlefield 4?
My faith I have there is the same faith that people have in Bethesda for Fallout 4. So
wow, shots fired at Bethesda out of nowhere, like trying to RKO Bethesda.
I was talking about it earlier. I can't help it. It's still on my mind.
So aside from Battlefront, the Just Cause 2 multiplayer mod, which we're a big fan of here at KBMOD, we love to play that with community especially. They are introing NPC scripting along with a ton of bug fixes and other features in their upcoming .2 release. I didn't realize they were only at 0.1.5 until today. They're going to 0.2, and this will apparently, if you are another modder that wants to work with them, let them script the NPCs in the world to make them do things. I can't imagine how that mod will work with scripted NPCs. I'm excited about it. Like, it would be cool to be able to do like group missions, especially in that kind of mayhem. But man, that could go real bad or real good. I just don't know.
This game makes no sense to me.
Just Cause 2?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that game. It's
basically
a strange place.
Explosion Island Simulator.
I've played the game. I just don't know what's going on with all the mods. It's all over the place. There's everything for Just Cause 2, I'm pretty sure. You can do anything.
I mean, the multiplayer
Pretty
mod
much, yeah.
is, I think, the biggest one, and now so they're adding Steam achievements to the multiplayer mod now as well. So like,
How does that work?
I don't know. From what I read in the article and what I've looked at so far, there are things like, hey, if you can balance on an airplane for a minute, we'll give you an achievement. Because if you've ever played it and someone else from, live is flying a plane, good luck staying on it for a minute. Like you're going to have to coordinate with a buddy on that one. But there's just like something as simple as like, hey, did you ever chauffeur someone around in a taxi? That's an achievement. So it seems fine, I guess. I don't know. Like if you're super into achievements, I guess that's something that's solid.
Just giving you things to do.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Because as it is right now, there really isn't much. I mean, there's stuff to do with the mod. There's no direction with what to do. It's just kind of do what you want. So I think they're
That's
just like,
fair
hey,
enough.
here's some direction for you. You want to drive someone around? Go for it. We'll give you a little thing that'll pop up in your window. Have fun.
Yeah, it would actually be really interesting to see if someone takes it upon themselves to make like a fully scripted multiplayer style campaign where it's like, hey, get a bunch of buddies and then now you can go into this instance version of my scripted NPCs, because you can like the build world and the regular world exist. So if you could like instance that and say like, okay, we're gonna go from this to that and just do missions, that could either go really well or really bad.
You're hired.
I'm hired. Oh shit, I'm
Yes.
not gonna do it. I don't have that kind of time.
Now.
I
hired you. You have to do it.
I didn't know you were in charge of this mod.
You're
Nick.
fired.
You're committed.
Christ, that didn't
Damn.
last long at all.
Damn.
Nick, retaining alpha status.
You just Trump
Number one.
16 your ass right now.
No, triggered.
Oh God. So other games coming to Steam include Smite. It's a double, twice in a month for Hi-Res Studios for us to talk about them. That hasn't happened in a
news,
long
too.
goddamn time. Smite is coming to, or has come to Steam. So if you're a big Smite player like Nick, who's basically just trying to get skins at all times, now you can just type into
I
Steam.
mean, I don't even play Smite that often anymore.
What?
I'm a slut for skins.
What took them? I'm just wondering what took them so long.
To be on Steam, I mean, they probably just, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
they get a cut taken out when they're on Steam, right?
Yeah, I guess, is that a thing?
Well, it's a free game, but
If
I
it
don't know.
gets, if this, I don't know.
I don't know
because
how
it's
that
a
works
free
with
game.
in-game stuff. Like
Yeah,
if you're
I'm not
playing
sure.
it in the client, you have to give them a cut?
I have no idea actually.
That's a good question, actually.
Or would it only come from like sales of stuff like the Ultimate God Pack, where it's like, here's all the gods? Because the
Yeah, I
game
imagine
itself
the
is
God
free.
Pack, if you bought it through their store, it's going to take a cut, but
Possibly.
I don't know. That's a good question.
It actually makes me want to dive back into
But
Smite a
yeah,
little bit.
if you want to play Smite and don't have the God Pack, it's on sale for $20 right now, and that's a fucking deal.
That's really
Yeah,
good
it
deal.
really
$30
is.
bucks even. I mean, there's how many gods in that game now?
Yeah.
50?
Yeah, even at the normal price, it's really worth it. It's way more than 50.
Really?
Is it really that
Yeah.
high now? It's
Haven't
been a
played it
long
for 2
time since I
years, so-
played. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a really good deal. You find another MOBA that actually does that, you won't. It's just...
You won't.
I
won't
think they
because
were
you can't.
originally it was only supposed to be the first 30 gods you got with the God Pack, but then someone released a graphic that said all gods, and then there's controversy, and they just said, fuck it. It's all the gods forever.
Right.
So...
Can I play as
mean,
Jesus yet?
What?
Can I play as Jesus yet?
No.
All right. Well, that's not a good game. This is a
No.
Christian tactical podcast.
You're just going to
It's
feed
season
anyway,
4.
so just stop running towards the tower. Stop.
But
Stop.
think how much I
God
could feed
damn it,
as
Heck.
Jesus. As Jesus,
All right,
I could
let's
just
get
feed
two
infinitely.
two mid.
God
Is that
damn.
even how that game works anymore?
Can
Like,
we play 6v6, X?
Can we play 10v10s? I don't know how MOBAs work. I don't play MOBAs. Fuck
What kind of
off.
shit game is this? You can play 6v6.
This is bullshit.
Well,
Why doesn't Smite have big team battle?
Yeah, I want that. Let's make that
they
a
have
thing.
arena. Isn't that exactly what you're asking for?
No,
I don't
big team
know.
battle, man. I
I
want
don't
10
play
versus
MOBAs.
10.
Oh, that
That was always teased, yeah, but never.
See, that I would play.
Never,
that would
ever.
be ridiculous. Like just 10 people going at it with 10 other people. I would play that for sure.
Yeah, man, 10 people going at it with 10 other people.
Yep, that's
Sick.
Can't wait. Thanks, Smite.
Put your keys in a bowl, 10 people go at it with another 10 people.
Speaking of going at it, Tim's excited about this next piece of news.
I am.
Yeah, The Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone expansion release date has been announced. What is the release date at this point?
October 13th.
Thank you, Tim. October 13th. So if you're really, that's a month away from
That's a month.
today. 1 month from now, you can play more Witcher if you somehow already finished The Witcher.
I'm the only one that took forever to beat it. Come on.
I haven't played it more than 3 hours, so
I've got quite a few
Same.
hours in it, but I'm like level 9 or something. I don't know.
it's kind of a daunting game. Like,
It's a lot. Every time I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play The Witcher, I start playing it and I'm like, and I get like anxiety and I'm like, it's too much, and then I close it.
I mean, there's a
And
lot.
then
There's a
that's why
ton
I'm
of stuff to
level
do. Tim, you've played the most of it. Like, what do you think?
It's the perfect game.
Wow,
That's my
That's high
opinion
praise.
on it.
What's your real opinion?
What was that?
What's your real opinion?
It might quite possibly might be the perfect game created.
Mm,
In all aspects, it looks.
What's
Great.
what's real opinion of the game?
I can't wait for the Destiny DLC.
You got it right, man.
ding ding.
But no, it's got so much to it. There is a lot of side stuff to it. When you first learn the game, you open up your map. There is a ton of shit on there when you go to like 3 message boards, and it can be daunting. But every single place that you go has its own story to it. Whereas with most games, like here's just filler quests. We're not gonna have any content behind it. You just go here, you kill this, that's it. Every single place that you go in The Witcher 3 has a background to it that you can, take yourself through or whatever. And to me, that makes a perfect game. Like I play games for the lore, quote unquote, make the jokes, make the memes, whatever. But it had enough content in there to keep me grasped. I put 130 hours in my first playthrough of the game, and I was not bored with any minute of it.
so are you going back through New Game Plus mode now?
I have not taken that on yet. I'm gonna wait till all the DLCs come out or the expansions come out because I don't want that to be like overpowered. Because right now this DLC is you're supposed to be like level 30ish to be it, but if you do New Game Plus, it's gonna double that. So you have to be level 60 for the New Game Plus. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna go that route just yet. I'm not gonna go New Game Plus until I play all the expansions and stuff. So, but I will eventually do that because, I mean, whenever I have time to kill, that's what I'll do.
I mean, that seems like you've got to have a lot of time to kill to go back through that game again. If you've got 100, well, I mean, I guess a second playthrough wouldn't take 130 hours, but
No, because you understand how the game works and
Right.
you know where you're going and how you get your line the process a little bit more. But
Does
you
it have a
actually-
percentage on it so you can theoretically 100% the game?
if you
And will that take 2 years?
buy it from the good old games like Galaxy browser, they actually have a percentage thing that shows you how much content you've had. But I have it through Steam, so I don't have a percentage thing showing for me. So,
I have it through GOG, and I guarantee you it's like 2% done.
from what I have played, I've missed, and for what I've seen, like just going back and looking through different like guides on the internet, or whatever, I missed 2 side quests, and other than that, I did everything that was available in the game. So.
Yeah, I'm at 3% completed after 4 hours of playtime. So, games I will never finish include Witcher 3.
I really wish I could get into games like that. Like the story has to grab me like really quickly. Otherwise, I'm just going to be like, all right, well, I'm going back to Rocket League or Counter-Strike or something like that. And
Yeah,
there's very few games that have actually been able to pull me in enough to where that's all I want to play. And even if it is really good, sometimes the game's really good and then real life happens and I'm away from it for 5 days and then I forget about it. And I need to, I think for Witcher 3, since it's the third person game, I just need to like hook it up to a TV and just sit on my couch and play it for a few hours and play it that way instead of in front of a monitor.
Yeah. Yeah, the last game, story-wise, that really gripped me and was like, I have to finish this was Far Cry 4. I really enjoyed that game.
that says a lot about you because that story was shit.
Oh, yeah,
You guys are looking for story, man? Just pre-order The Taken King right now.
What's that? Can you tell me about the Dreadnought a little bit?
It's only $40. It's on the Dreadnought, man.
All right.
Great content.
All right, let's take a quick. We'll take a quick break, and then we're gonna move on to viewer questions.
Nice. You won't.
Yeah, I definitely will. So we're
Yeah,
gonna.
we will. I feel like
It's literally. The
I don't
next
think in
thing.
the history of the podcast ever have we gotten to the questions that have just been like, nah,
Nah,
we
fuck
won't.
it.
We won't do these.
Yeah.
Let's
no.
just not do these
Literally
ones
All right, we're
that
gonna
we
run
got ahead of time.
we're gonna run a
to
60-second
answer.
commercial. We'll be right back.
You're running it?
Yeah, I'll actually run the commercial and everything.
Come on.
Damn. Far Cry story was awful, but the game was fun when I played. Yeah, I mean, the story is not particularly riveting, but it was
Didn't you
really
just say
fun.
the story is good?
No, I said it's not good. Like I said, it grabbed me
Oh.
because I wanted to see how the game went, but I didn't say the story was good.
Oh,
I
wasn't
should-
Generally, when
actually-
someone says the story grabs them, I assume they mean it's good.
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
really good. It was just like, okay, well, this is interesting, and I kind of want to see where the branching paths go. And I also really like how the crossbow in this game works, so I'm done.
How do you feel about the story in CS:GO?
I basically only play Go for the lore, so I'm really hoping that that terrorist story
That's
turns
why I
out
play
okay.
Clicker
Oh,
Heroes.
the love triangle, so sick.
You never see it coming with the counter terrorist that gets thrown in there, but man, I'm excited to see where the next book goes.
Please stop spoiling.
I mean, I'm sorry if you're a Go player that didn't know about that terrorist counter terrorist love triangle. I apologize. You kind of see it coming if you
Romeo
really
and
follow
Juliet
it.
up in this bitch. I mean, it's been done before, but they do it so well.
What the fuck was that?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't, and I don't want to
Oh
even.
my god! Last night, last night when I was at a show, I crop dusted at least 50 people, at least in that range, like AOE's, just fucking letting them rip.
I thought that
Just walk onto the dance floor, drop a big fat CC fart. Everybody's stunned up, can't do shit.
There's
I
just a
told-
big circle. It's like, oh, is this a mosh pit? And then they run in the middle, like, nope.
Yeah, no, it's me in the middle of it and just farting away.
I didn't realize that Scott didn't edit like when we take a commercial break out of the Twitch podcast, out of the Twitch broadcast, and I was like, I wonder why he doesn't do that, and now I know. Now I know why he doesn't take those commercial breaks out, so we can hear things like
Why
this
did
on the
you
audio
think?
version.
Talking about my crop dusting.
All right,
I've
we're
taken
back,
to be
Dick.
proud
We're
of my
back.
crop dusting.
I've
Dude.
taken it upon myself where if I'm standing in line in a store or whatever, like in the morning getting my coffee for work, and someone stands too close to me, like in line, I'll just make it a point to fart on them, just because
You can just conjure one
that's
up
my
like
bubble,
you're too close.
and they're in my bubble, and I will make sure they leave my bubble. Or
And my
regret
bubble
staying
is
there.
full of farts.
It's a defense
That's my
tactic.
fetish.
It
Oh
is.
my god. All right, we're back from commercial. Let's talk about some viewer questions.
All right, let's do it.
Mark, you want to read the first one?
No?
No? Can you read the first one right now? Like I can see you on video and I'm curious. Can you read the first one, Mark?
No, I can't. I can't. Italicized says, what aspect of realism would be the best/worst to become common in games? E.g. press 4 to empty bells.
Press
Breathing.
4?
What?
Breathing would
Breathing.
be, yeah, you have to press a button to remember to breathe.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
They just throw on a sensor onto your chest and make sure you're breathing
Yeah.
enough. Excuse me, sir. You're not breathing enough. Your character died. Actually, you might want to call 911 because he's dead. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we should incorporate that. Let's make it a law.
Writing apology notes to everybody you've killed.
Oh,
Like
So wait.
confessing your sins to them. Just being
Is
like,
this-
I'm so sorry I killed your son.
Is this a best or a worst? Because I think this might be a best, actually.
Yeah, let's go with best for this one.
Grand Theft Auto 5 would have a whole new meaning. If you had every time you blew up like a car.
You had to write like a heart wrenching letter to this family because you just slayed out their child, but you're like you have to do it for every single person. You're like, oh my god, I'm a murderer.
Yep.
I can't
Just do
believe that I did
realistic
this.
sentencing for Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, you get arrested, then you get thrown in jail, and you got to make your one phone call, and then you got to make bail and all this stuff, and you got to go to trial, and it just takes forever, and the entire game is just Law and Order.
So you want to make it the least played Grand Theft Auto of all time.
Yeah, so you do one wrong thing, and it's like the game's over.
Can we tie it
Gotta
to a
start a
real
new
time
one.
clock though? So like, oh, you shot a guy, cool, that's 12 years in prison. Like,
Yeah,
come back in 12 years to finish the game.
and you lock it. You can only play it once.
I'd say it'd be the best and worst, but actually growing up through the years, and it has to go in real time. So
So you're
to
Peter
get anywhere in a
Molyneux?
game, you start. It would be take about 18 years to get actually anywhere to start a game.
You're talking Fable. Your original concept for Fable. Like, you'll age in real time and trees will grow around you. Okay, Peter Molyneux.
I don't know. I didn't play that game.
No,
Fuck that
game
game.
sucks.
Yeah, it was,
I mean, it doesn't suck that bad.
it's like it's a
I never
mediocre
actually played
RPG. Like,
It's very basic.
yeah, it's very
Basic
simple.
bitch.
Kind of don't want to talk about a game from like how long ago now though?
One just came out on Steam, right?
Fable?
It had an anniversary edition, so probably 10 years.
At least, yeah. That's creepy. I'm old as shit.
I think that was like 2 years ago.
God, stop talking, Nick. Just no more talking.
So they're using anniversary the proper way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
It's
was
my
actually
6-month
the-
anniversary. No, shut the fuck up.
Jesus. What about you, Linz? What would your best worst realism be?
Breathing was pretty good. I was thinking about that, and also the one that's an example in there is press F to empty bowels.
I would not stop hitting F in that game.
Well, you do have that's already like a thing in Ark. You press Z and like you poop. So
Hmm.
Yeah, that was
But I
in,
guess you don't
Stick
have
of
to
Truth,
do
too.
it. You just do it because you need the poop. I
I like Mr. Flux traffic law enforcement in GTA. That would be
Yeah.
the best and the worst at the same time.
The first time I played GTA, I was actually following the rules of my buddy. He'd like tap me on the shoulder. I was like, "You can run red lights. The cops don't care." I was like, "What? Really?" It's like, "Yeah, they just don't run someone over."
Oh,
Okay.
I like that one too from Anion. If
Just
you
like
had to
real
write a
life.
will every time you died in COD for your family.
Yeah, make sure your children get your money and everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
You
give
have
my
to make sure you have life insurance set up.
give my MP5
yeah.
with
You
the red dot
have
to
to
my
go
son.
apply for life insurance.
most of the like mundane things that I'm like thinking of that would be annoying are in games like Life is Strange, where you have to like press a button to do like a really mundane thing, like pick up the toilet paper. It's like there's a lot of because it's just the kind of that kind of game, you know.
I'd say we make Sims 5. When you get a new house, you have to call Comcast to set it up. And then you got to
God.
sit on hold,
Yeah.
hold music.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. That would be the literal worst mechanic ever.
Call Time Warner every time your router fucks up.
My sim is real pissed off and peed himself because my router's not working. God damn it, Time Warner.
Gotta
That's
make sure
probably
you
a
turn on
thing
the
that would
water,
actually
too.
be in The Sims.
Yeah.
But, like internet is out, and then they just get all frazzled, and they have like a little sad, like emotion blurb.
Oh,
Also,
God.
a random life tip. If you ever buy a house, make sure you call ahead of time to turn on the water, because we moved into our house and didn't have water for a day because we didn't do that. So I flushed a
happens.
toilet with about 12 bottles of water.
Thanks,
That was the
California's
most-
dying. We're dying, Mark. You leave it and then you like kill us off. You piece of shit.
Pretty
Is that
much.
why
Most
he did it?
expensive flush of all time.
14 bottles of Avion because you don't live in California where it's like, fuck it, I don't need this anymore.
Mark is painting his walls in gold. He's just pouring water down the fucking toilet. Doesn't matter.
I'm just
Cost
my
of living
sink's
is
running
dirt
right
cheap
now.
here.
I've been
Fucking punch.
I've been saving so much water in California the last like year that I just leave my sink running constantly here.
You're making up for it now?
Yeah.
Your water bill's gonna suck, bro.
Oh fuck.
All right. Grim Angel asks, what product, existing or not, would you like to be accredited for making and remembered for?
Fleshlight.
I was about to say that, Tim. You piece of fucking shit.
You had that one locked and loaded, Tim.
I knew Nick was going for it. I had to.
No, Tim, but I was gonna say the Avatar fleshlight,
Oh.
Oh.
the blue alien Avatar fleshlight.
How is that a thing that existed? Like, let's make
This
a...
Avatar's fucking hot commodity, dude. Gotta get that Navi poontang.
God,
Hayden Latte just subscribed. Give him some email love, guys.
Nice.
Terrible moment to subscribe. I'm so sorry, Hayden.
Well,
Instantly regretted
look,
it.
he's really into Avatar fleshlights. But they
Oh.
didn't just do Avatar. They did, like, Frankenstein and
Yeah,
Dracula.
They did. There's zombie ones, Frankenstein. It's like they're just real gross shit.
Give me that rotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Way to stop yourself there for a second.
I couldn't
even
finish
say
the
it.
thought
I
of
almost took a sip, and I'm
And
glad.
zombie puss.
I feel
Guys,
Gross.
like-
gonna come out with KBMOD flashlight.
No. No, it's just
Get
an
your
ashtray.
Timhole flashlight now for
my
5
God.
low payments of
Exactly.
$19.99.
All gonna have our own mouth molds.
Oh, God.
You can feel like you're getting a blowjob from your favorite KB Mod podcast member.
Real cavities and all.
Oh, I don't like this podcast anymore, and I want it to end.
I like it more.
I need to go to a safe place after that.
What about you, Linz? What would you want to be accredited for? Do you also want to be remembered for fleshlights? Is it unanimous?
Yeah, I think it might.
There it is. That's unanimous. I want to be accredited for the KBMOD flashlight brand.
Oh, that's like you'll get a lifetime achievement award for that for sure.
Yeah,
You'll
actually,
be remembered.
We're gonna get you a Nobel Prize.
Nobel Peace Prize. Bring KBMOD flashlights will bring peace to the world.
Will they bring priests or
I want
peace?
to. I want to change my answer to vapes.
To vapes? Okay. You want to wait? Do you want to be remembered for the original vape?
Oh,
or like
wait, I want to be
revolutionizing
accredited
the vape?
for vape tricks.
You want to have the vape trick that sets the world on fire?
He was the first one to do the jellyfish.
Yeah, dude.
Nice, bro.
Fucking
Nice.
sick
Show
blend.
me
Get
some
those
sick
clouds,
vape
dude.
tricks. Do you blend for big vapes or solid taste?
You know, I try to go for a little bit of both, but usually it's like 60-40 towards the clouds, you know? You just go for that volume, dude.
Yeah, you need volume for those tricks, man. So it's understandable.
Fat clouds.
All right. Anders from Twitter has asked, best developed character in a single installment of a game. Example, Aiden
Master
Pierce
Chief.
in Watch Dogs, obviously the iconic hat that Aiden Pierce wears. His hat alone is...
Master Chief.
For which game, though? In a
First
single
one.
installment? Just for Halo? How is he well developed? Let's dive into this deep, Nick.
Even going on Halo 5, he is like such a like at least in the video games, in the books he's way more developed, but what you see in the games is terrible. Like you don't see anything.
Does he actually speak at any point? Like,
He speaks a lot more in the new one.
because like in the first one, he definitely didn't talk at all.
No, he didn't talk. He like said like maybe one line in the first one, like a couple lines in the second one, couple lines in the third one, and said like a pretty decent amount of lines in the fourth one. And it seems like this new one he's going to talk a lot more.
Okay.
But
Still Master
yeah.
Chief.
Master Chief.
Best
I
developed
don't know.
character.
I feel like answer for this question is probably going to just be like some really long RPG or something, like anything like that.
What do you think, Tim? You look like you have a grin on your face like, I want to say Geralt, but I don't want to say Geralt.
It's not going to be Geralt. Geralt's just a badass, and he doesn't get developed. He's just always been such. I really don't know. I can't really think of one singular best developed character in a game. Because
Nothing
as much as I
sticks
would
out
like
to
to
me.
say, like, Sora from Kingdom Hearts, like Unlimited said, there is some stuff that just annoys me. Like, every single character out there that I do like, there's always a little shit that annoys me about them, so...
Yeah, but I think Sora from Kingdom Hearts is probably a solid example. Like, there's a bunch of story there. Even if there's, like, parts that annoy you, it's a decently well-developed character.
Yeah, I mean, he goes from not knowing what the hell's going on. Riku would probably be the best one from Kingdom Hearts, actually. Unlimited puts it there. Because he, without going into too much, he struggles with being evil or good and just going from there, so... But, like, his struggle is just told very well through this whole story, so...
That makes sense. I would say
Red from Pokemon Red.
Red from yeah, that's a solid answer. I would say Raz from Psychonauts would probably be my choice. The lead for Psychonauts. It's
That's a good one.
a really well
I like
developed
that one,
character.
actually,
Like lots of good story. It was a compelling story. It was really interesting to play. So I would say that Raz is probably my answer for that one.
The warrior from Gauntlet.
Oh, okay. Well, he needs food badly.
And
I remember that.
all of the classes from Gauntlet.
Green
Very
Elf is about to die.
yeah. I
John
played the
Marston from
N64
Red
version
Dead's
of
a
that
good one.
game recently.
Oh
and
yeah, John
it
Marston is
ugly.
a good answer.
Wait, who?
John
From
Marston from
Red
Red
Dead
Dead.
Redemption.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one too.
I was gonna say my Sim from Sims 4. She's,
Oh,
She's so
woohooed to
developed.
death.
She is
She
so
woohooed
developed.
herself to death. Okay, and her
Wow.
adopted child was watching. So
That's
messed
really
up.
fucked up. That's really fucked up. She
People
doesn't
are
sound
always
developed.
like on the internet, like I put my Sim in a room and remove the door. I'm like, yeah, well, I woohooed my Sim to death
in
front of her
its
children.
adopted child.
Jesus
Wow.
So get on my level.
Never
I'm
share
more
any
fucked
home
up
with
than
Lens.
you.
I win.
I like Not So Ordinary Gamer. Daxter from Jack and Daxter's a good one. I would say that Clank from Ratchet and Clank has also got a really interesting backstory. I think they're developed pretty well. They've done a bunch
Let's
of cool
say
stuff
the
with that character.
Pokemon from Pokemon.
Okay. Which specific Pokemon though, Nick?
All of them.
All 700 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
God,
Very-
there's that many now?
It's like 7 something.
know.
I wish
Yeah, gotta be.
Jenkins was here because he would know the number and every type that they ever were and how they fight other people.
Can we have a segment where I just read the name of every single Pokemon on the next podcast?
Okay,
It'd
next
be too long.
Can you do the
podcast.
Pokemon rap?
Is that a thing?
Sure.
It used to be what's the show.
Okay, go back onto Netflix and watch an episode of Pokemon. You don't remember this because I didn't
Pokemon
remember this,
rap?
but then when the show ends, it has it. And
The
you're going to be
Pokemon
like,
rap?
what the fuck?
I don't
How
remember
did I
this at
not remember
all.
this?
I do not remember this in
just-
any way.
If I search the Pokemon rap,
You might.
Search it on
You're gonna
YouTube.
get a
You'll
bunch
actually
of
get the full
porn.
version. Normally, it was like sections of it at the end of each episode.
Oh my god. I was watching this.
oh
and
my fucking god! I just had like a Vietnam War flashback
I told
to
you.
this fucking song.
You weren't going to remember, and then all of a sudden it
Oh
comes
my
back.
god!
Charlie's
What a
You know,
everywhere.
you'll just start singing along with it because
What a
you just know the
powerful
words.
feeling. That was so intense.
Just surge through your body.
Oh, poker
Jesus.
rap. My bad.
I had like a memory orgasm. I was like, I remember.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Def Not Drake has asked, if you could be a master craftsman of anything, specific dish, trade, etc., what would it be, why, and why would you be the best? I can't wait for the vape tricks answer, Nick.
No, I want to be the best at doing the cooking dance.
What's the cooking dance?
Oh my fucking god! Ever seen Lil B? Have you ever like observed pop culture?
No, I don't do that.
The dance that Lil B does. It's the
I
cooking
literally
dance.
am just getting around to listening to Kendrick Lamar's Good
Oh
Kid, Bad
my
City.
god!
Like,
Listen to Blue Flame.
I'm probably not gonna do that, no lie. So not vape tricks for you. I'm surprised. I expected that to be vape tricks.
Jesus.
This
is
feels
my
like a
life.
serious question.
It
and
is.
I'm not prepared to give a serious answer.
I know I have a serious answer, but I guess
No. I would say one thing I wish I was better at is just doing shit like crafting shit with wood. Like we went to IKEA and just like I took a woodshop class in high school and learned a little bit. I made a fucking beautiful cutting board. That thing was spot on.
So you made
My
a
mom
flat
still-
piece of wood.
Yeah, I took a bunch. Hold on, I took a bunch of pieces of wood. I glued them together, and then I put it through that planer thing, and then I rounded the edges. That's how you make it. It's fucking intense.
Wow.
But I want to take it up just one more level, and then I'd be a master.
At cutting boards.
Yeah, no, just in general, because like you go to IKEA and you look at this shit, and you're like, okay, this costs $30, but it's a piece of wood with 4 legs, and this is like the cheap version. I need to learn how to do this. So there you go. That's my answer.
All right, you want to be good
I
at
need to
cutting
learn how to
boards,
use
got
a
it.
drill and a saw, and then I'm done.
Well, that's easy. That's
Says
easy.
you.
Learning-
Come
learning
over
how to
here and
use
do it.
them. You live like an hour away, man. Come on.
What about you, Tim?
It's not that much. Master Craftsman. Honestly, I've been watching a lot of that Men at Arms YouTube channel again lately,
yeah.
with all the where he makes all the swords from video games and shit. And I think becoming like a blacksmith that makes like weapons or whatever would be fucking awesome to know how to do. I don't know. They're outdated, obviously nowadays, but
Well, then
it'd
you
be
can
cool to
make
learn
the
how to make
keyblade.
swords and shit.
Then you can make your
That would
keyblade.
be fun.
I could.
Can you make a Buster sword?
Yeah, shit game for shit people.
Wow, shots fired at Final Fantasy VII. I've never finished it. I don't know.
Is that what it's from? I don't even know. Is that
Final
what the-
Fantasy? Oh God, Tim. All right, I'm gonna
It's
have
just
to
a big
ask
ass
you-
sword with duct tape on it. That's what I thought.
Just please fucking leave, Tim. You just ended this. It's
Put
over.
130 hours into a
You can't
real
tell
game.
someone that they ended this when you didn't know what the cooking dance was.
All right, that's fair. I didn't know what the cooking dance was, so I
Is
can't
that the
tell.
sword that Link uses?
Yes, that's Link's
Okay.
sword.
Buster sword?
The Buster
Yeah.
sword.
In Legend of
Legend of
Zeldor?
Zordle. Sword.
Legend of Squirtle.
Zordon?
The Legend of Squirtle. The New Beginning. I would
I want to
actually.
be a master at like just being an artist, drawing and stuff.
Just an overall,
You should get
like,
the
you got
iPad
that
Pro.
artistic
Like-
talents.
Yeah, like I wish I was better at
That's
drawing. and
OP answer,
painting
Lindsay.
and-
I would like to be good at all
Good
art
at
If I
ever.
was gonna get specific, I would say like I wish I could draw. Like it'd be. I think
Yeah, I
that'd
feel
be
like
really
for this
great.
question, you can't just give like a a broad. I wish I was good at like this
I wish I was a
entire.
master craftsman at life.
Yeah, I wish
Then I could just do everything.
overall the best at everything.
Well, like no, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
God damn it, Nick.
That one lady who she posts like all of her stuff on Reddit, but like she does cakes and she does like she like makes her own outfits, and then she's like a really good photographer. And I don't remember what her name is, but I always see her stuff on there, and it's like
Oh, look at
I'm
me,
like, how are you so good at
motivated.
all of those things? That's not fair. Give
We
me
need to
one.
find that video you posted, Hex, of that that Disney artist who did the 3D drawing and the.
Oh yeah, that was like
The
the coolest
HTC
thing I saw
Vive
this
or
week.
whatever?
Yeah, he was in the Vive doing like a. Brandon actually talked about this, I believe, last week on the podcast, where it was like a 3D drawing artscape, and he was just drawing like Disney characters that he had drawn over the past however fucking 50 years or something. So it's like, oh, here's the Little Mermaid in full 3D, just while I do this with a Vive on. That was a really cool video.
Lindsay, get one of those and learn how to do that. 'cause
Yeah, do that,
shit's
Lindsay.
Fucking intense.
Wait, I just want to. Okay, I want to be a master craftsman.
No, I told you what you need
or
to do.
be
Go do
better
that.
at doing what I already know how to do, and I advertise myself to be way better at. So I just want to be better at what I can do.
So live streaming?
Well, I meant like I mean I went to film school and like I do like video editing and graphic design on a professional level.
I would just want to
I
be good at
advertise
Smash.
doing
That's
a
all.
professional level, so
I literally have like the lowest expect. I want to be good at Smash Brothers. That's literally it. Like, give me a character.
Should be
I'm good
more
at.
boring.
That's like literally all I want. I have all the stuff I want. Like, I can cook food and drive a car and go to work. Like, what else do I need to do?
I want to be the master driver.
I want to be really good at Smash Brothers. That's it. That's all I want in life is to be good at Smash. I want to play Mango sometime and not get humiliated.
Or get beat by someone who never plays it at the KBMOD.
Yeah, how the fuck did you beat me at Smash Brothers, you jackass?
It's not a hard game. You
It's-
fucking suck, and
yeah, I'm
I'm
just
just,
real bad at it.
adequate.
All right, we have one more viewer question, and then we'll move on to the featured iTunes review of the week. This is from Darkwing02, who was actually just on the website. He put up a big gallery of cosplays from PAX Prime, which if you haven't checked it out, head over to kbmod.com and check that out. He took a bunch of great pics of all the cosplays, and those were only 2 days worth. Like, that wasn't even the full show. But he asks, has anyone in the community ever cosplayed as KBMOD staff / podcast members?
Yes.
Yes.
Ro has.
Ro.
I'm cosplaying as Scott right now. Did you see the plaid?
That's true. You've got
Oh,
plaid
you are.
on. Yeah,
Or
nice.
Sean. You could be Sean too.
Either one.
Sean
Yeah, if
too,
you had a
yeah.
beard, you'd look totally like Sean.
But I can't grow
I
one,
italicized. She posted a picture of herself dressed like me. Well, it was like with her head chopped off, like I used to be on the webcam for the podcast.
Oh, that's right.
Like with a Pikachu in the background.
I forgot
That is
about that
very
one.
true.
I need to see. Okay, I do have these pictures, so I will post a picture to one of these. I will post a link to one of these in the chat. But 1 year for Halloween, Bob showed up at my house dressed as me.
That was
Oh,
what
yeah.
I was
Remember
gonna say.
that?
Oh
I was
yeah.
gonna say that first, but I didn't know if because it says in the community.
Well, Bob doesn't really do anything for us anyway, so
Wow. All right.
You're lucky he has
Bob.
8,000 children. He's not
he's
here
gonna
right
turn
now.
the stream off like right now. The
Enjoy
podcast just
your
ends.
last 24 hours on Earth.
But here's the. I'm gonna put it in the chat. There's the picture of Bob showing up to my house dressed as me, and his wife came dressed as Ginny, like as my wife. So that was that was fucking strange to answer
Yeah,
the door
I've
to
seen it.
myself. So that was like I put that question in the doc, and Bob immediately messaged me on Slack and was like, "You have to find that picture, right?" I
All
think.
those monitors.
Yeah. Well, that was
Oh, yeah.
before I had built up and not out. So
What are you, Paul Blart?
what? Why? What?
Fucking control room in there?
Yeah. So, all right, we'll wrap it up. We're gonna move on to the featured iTunes review of the week, and I'm not reading this. I'm gonna make Tim read it.
I'm going to
Do
read
it,
it?
Tim.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
read it.
God.
Go for it.
All right, so
Wait, don't we need to go over how iTunes reviews
Oh
work?
yeah, okay. So we have to go over this because if I don't do this, then Brandon will also kill me. If you don't already, open your iTunes. Well, first off, install iTunes. You don't have iTunes installed. You know you don't.
Yeah, if you're a human being that respects themselves, you probably don't have iTunes.
Yeah. So first install iTunes, then open iTunes. Go to the store. Look for the KBMOD podcast. Rate us 5 stars this week, and you too could be a featured iTunes review of the week at the end of the podcast. This week's featured review, Tim.
it's titled Fatherly Advice, brought to us by E. Jack Ulate Jr. My late father, E. Jack Ulate Sr., used to give me a little word of advice that I would like to share with fellow KBMOD podcast listeners. Friendship is like peeing on yourself. Everyone can see it, but only you get the warm feeling that it brings.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, he's not wrong. Where's the lie there?
There's no lie.
There's no lie there. I mean, that's just sage advice.
I mean, I don't even know what else to say about that other than he's right, but maybe don't pee on yourself.
Anyone on this podcast ever peed on themselves?
Has anyone ever on this podcast not peed on themselves?
I mean, I've been
I
there.
mean, have you ever peed into a urinal when you're wearing shorts and sandals?
Oh,
And you can just feel the
out
little
back.
bits.
Oh, okay. No, we don't have to
You-
talk about this anymore. That's gross.
Yes, we all have. We all
gross.
have. You
Just
just
the
may not
shrap.
realize it.
The
Early in the morning, you just have one of those forceful pees.
Tim's peeing on himself right now, actually.
I am.
Jeez.
He just needed a warm
That's
squish
like
to
a
end
nice
the podcast.
forceful pee.
What? You know, you have a heavy night of drinking, you forget to go to the bathroom before you go to bed. Thankfully, you didn't go in your sleep.
You wake up covered in
Wake
urine
up.
and cold sweat.
Well,
Kidney missing.
what you hope is cold sweat.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for episode 205 of the podcast. I know it was a little shorter than normal this week, but maybe Scott will join us once again at some point, and then he'll just drag it out forever like he always does.
I want all the iTunes reviews for next week to be in haiku form, please.
Yeah, if you could send us some iTunes reviews.
That would be good. Let's
in
do
haiku.
that.
Yeah,
That's actually
All
fun.
haikus.
that sounds good. That's your goal for this week, viewers and listeners. Haiku form reviews on
Ancient.
iTunes.
Or limericks.
Ancient
Limericks would be good.
form of the haiku.
Or if you can do an epic poem, that would be fine.
Yeah. 400 pages or more.
Whoa.
Yeah, just
So either 5 syllables, 7, 5, or 200 pages.
yeah.
Or a shitty limerick.
3 sentences, a shitty limerick, or the next, like the Odyssey. Just right.
Or the Odyssey.
Yeah.
basically.
Your choice.
So that does it for this week for episode 205. We'll be back next week with episode 206. You can check us out at kbmod.com. You can follow me on Twitter at hexadecimal. You can follow Nick at nfen. You can follow Linz at linzbot with an underscore at the end. You can follow Mark at Nikon Punch. And you can follow Tim at Staffu Noob. We will see you guys next Sunday for episode 206.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Oh my god, the worst yatta ever. Jesus Christ.
It was like a smoker's yacht.